apparently 2 days hasn't been enough for me to fully recover, so yeah, I sound kind of crappy, and honestly, talking now doesn't sound any better, but I have to get at least one more recording done. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying. I'm pushing my way through. Sorry. Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 4. Last episode, we went up to the city of Nass, and found out that things aren't the best there. Just like just about everywhere else. People are not treating them very well, and they're kinda hated. So, let's head into Dharmon now and see what's going on there, although, from all accounts, it's pretty much all rage. This foul-smelling alcove has served for decades as Dharmon's trash pit. The considerable filth generated by the city is piled up here to rot and reek. Then, every few years, big fires are built to burn it all away. Truly, when this happens, it is a time of celebration. Well, we're not going to look around back there yet. I want to look around the rest of the city first. I admit, I kind of like the idea of this city built right inside a massive structure like this. The city of Dharmon. You try to talk to this Dharmon city guard. Oddly, your presence almost immediately starts to make him angry. You don't learn anything, but you do get away before he hits you. Huh. So, let's see here. Hold on. Touch! Doesn't seem like there's anything else here, so let's go around the western exit and go in on that side. So, let me see here. We've got... Let's see, Fear was in Formello, and Silvar as well. Paranoia in Almaria. It seems like Dharmon is Rage. Well, okay then. Let's hope we don't end up murdered. You enter the dark, steamy streets of Dharmon, Avernum's westernmost city. Dharmon is a place of industry, a dank pit where smiths and artisans make some of the finest goods in the land. Dharmon exists in a giant pit under the huge spire of stone that dominates the west end of the great cave. Once it was a mine. Then when the mine was played out, the people here kept digging, burrowing the city out of solid rock. The people of Dharmon have always been cold and industrious. However, as you look around, you see that their mood is unusually dark. The guards and townsfolk glare intensely at you, as if your presence fills them with fury. After your time in Almaria, you are no longer surprised by irrational hostility from the townsfolk. You are alarmed, however, by the intensity of the feeling. Some of the guards look ready to draw their blades at the slightest provocation. Suddenly you feel what the other people here feel. The rage hits you like a hot wind. You feel an intense anger within you, a restless rage that could only be solved with violence. There is a presence in the city. It is one of the shades that afflicts Avernum. It's not far away. Well, you know what? While we could, I am going to do what I've learned is the way to get the shade out of there and do a quick warp away and then warp back. Because why not? This should work. Alright. Now, Dharmon should be safe to enter without having to deal with the shade. Yes, I think the shade is gone. This is one of Avernum's few high-class clothes boutiques, where materials brought at great expense from the surface are worked into quality garments for profoundly high prices. The tailor is a large and immaculately dressed man. When you enter the shop, he retreats to the other side, clearly unwilling to speak with you. Eventually, you corner him, and he resigns himself to speaking with you. I am Haldeman the tailor. I make stylish clothes for wealthy and demanding clients. I don't have time to speak with outsiders. Can I see what you have off the rack? Spectre robe. Impressive. An archer's cloak. Not bad. What is your problem with outsiders? Haldeman is seething with fury, but he is enough of a gentleman to keep it under control. Isn't it obvious? All of the problems we've had? It is all because of people like you. Aliens, outsiders, doing it to us. But we have help. You'll be taken care of soon. You think I'm responsible for the problems? Well, maybe you didn't make the shade yourself, but one of you did, out there, plotting out to get us. Who is going to take care of us? You'll see. There are people who won't take it anymore. They'll fix you. Well, I'll be going now. Haldeman turns away without saying a word. Oh, goody. That can only mean good things. The Dharmon Mining Supply Company. This shop is full of supplies for the many miners who are still trying to strike it rich around Dharmon. There is a small informal claims office in the corner. The store is run by a small, withered old prospector with a few fingers missing. He can tell at one glance that you aren't prospectors and that dealing with you probably isn't worth his time. I'm Lieber. Got mining supplies here, and I keep track of the claims. You better not plan to jump anyone's claim while you're here. We know how to deal with outsiders. Let me see what you have. Nothing we need. Do you buy equipment? Nope, go talk to Ripple. Any interesting news in this town? Adventurers. You want to know about the Shade or the Dharmon Guard? What about the Shade? Don't know anything. Don't know what makes you think I would. What is the Dharmon Guard? Well, I only hear rumors, but here they're the only people who really understand what's going on. That's all I'll say on it. You say so. This is one of Dharmon's skilled smiths. In the early days of Avernum, Dharmon was the only place where one could buy fine steel armor. Even now, Dharmon's craftsmen are first-rate. The smith approaches you uncomfortably. She's clearly not pleased about having outsiders in her shop, but business is business. Hello, I'm Ripple. You want something? As you speak with her and inspect her wares, you notice that she constantly casts glances at the west wall. The stone there seems to be crumbling. Can I see your wares? Impressive stuff, but nothing we need. Can I sell you something? Nothing we need to sell. Do you make items to order? I'd rather not be seen as helping outsiders too much if you don't mind. What is wrong with the west wall? There's something back there. Pests. I can hear the scratching at the stone, and I think they're digging their way out. The sounds are getting louder. I'd hire exterminators, but they all fled the city. How did the pests get behind that wall? I have no idea. I thought it was solid rock back there. What do you think the pests are? Giant mice, lizards, Dharmon face-leaping spiders. Who can tell? Wait, wasn't it for melon face-leaping spiders? And where are the gifts? Is there a reward for whoever clears out the pests? Why? You looking for monsters to kill? Well, I'm an honorable woman. If you can solve my little problem, I'll make it worth your while. We'll work on that. Ooh, locked pick. Alright, what is in here? Bars of iron, bolts of cloth, gold bar, and fine steel. I'll take those. May as well sell the gold bars here, now. There we go. Oh, look at that. Alright, what about down here? The Dharmon Arms. There is a young woman tending to this inn, making large meals or pouring big drinks for the miners that come into town. You don't see as many merchants here as you would expect, and you soon figure out why. When you approach her, the innkeeper frowns at you. Hello, outsiders. I'm Trace. We're full. No rooms for you. Can I get some help? We'll see. How about this? Ask me for what you want, and I'll tell you if you can have it. Can I get a room? We're all full. Why don't you try asking about something else? Can I get some food? We're all out. Not a scrap left. Why don't you try asking about something else? Can I get a drink? We're all out. Not a sip left. Why don't you try asking about something else? Okay, I don't need anything. Sad to hear it. Hope that I was a help. Yes, incredibly so. Any interesting news in town? Yeah, I hear there's a new militia in town. It's called the Dharmon Guard, and they're going to clean out the outsiders and kiddies and slith scum that are causing all these problems. Do you know where I might contact the Dharmon Guard? Why do you want to know? I want to join them. She takes the coins, looks around to make sure nobody is listening, and leans close. Glad to hear it. Things are tough, and we could use a few blades. I've never been to the hideout, but I hear you get there through the trash pit. But watch out. If they don't like the look of you, you'll end up dead. She leaves to take a miner's order. Where are all the merchants? They come in, they drop off their goods, and they leave. And hopefully they haul off any lost refugee scum when they go. There are several miners sitting in this inn. They're powerfully muscled, stooped over from years of moving around in tiny tunnels, and usually in dire need of a bath. They also aren't interested in speaking with outsiders. None of them are willing to talk with you. Well, okay then. See if we can find anything in these rooms. Oh, coins. And nothing else of note. Let's see. Just more miners there. There's the kitchen. That's probably the common room. Now what the hell, let's take a look at what's up in here. If there's anything. Nothing there. Oh! There's a few things there, and... hello. There's a man sitting in this room, twitching nervously. From the look of his skin, he's probably from the Empire, but he's been trapped down here for a few months. When you enter, he jumps out of his chair and backs against the far wall. Look, I'm Tavernese. I'm an important person. Rob me if you want, but if you... You eventually calm him down and tell him that you are adventurers. When he realizes that you aren't going to hurt him, he gets very angry and shoos you out of his room. Alright then, we'll leave you be. Right, back to looking around. You walk through the central courtyard of Dharmon. It's a strange sight. The long galleries and small workshops carved out of the rock by muscle and magic are quite lovely, and claustrophobic too. The courtyard is mostly abandoned. Understandable given the recent troubles, there are only a few armed people lurking in the shadows. Then one of the ruffians walks up to you. He is old, thin, and unshaven, and he looks like he has had many years of experience of wielding blades, probably on the weak and unsuspecting. Hold it right there. I'm Keith. I'm sort of a defender of the city. Yeah, I defend us from outsiders, adventurers who come to cause trouble. Tyrol told us you'd be here. In the shadows you hear blades being drawn. Who is Tyrol? He's the boss. Why are you talking to me? Oh, we're going to do a lot more than talk. Tyrol said that we need to make an example of some unwanted outsiders, and that's what we're going to do. I'm just a peaceful visitor. I don't want any trouble. I believe you, but it doesn't matter. It's nothing personal. You're just going to be a message. Well, get out of my way, brigand. Keith doesn't budge. No. We need to show that adventurers and outsiders and monster filth are not welcome here. If I get some of that nice expensive gear you're wearing, so much the better. Let's go! Brigands start to move out of the shadows. Well, okay then. You really think you'll be able to stop us, Keith? Are you sure? 'Cause you, Keith, are already dead. See that? See what happens? This is what happens when you attack us. Actually, can this reach? It can! Heh. Nice try, Keith. But you failed. Warning, Shade inhabits island to north. All non-permitted individuals who approach Shade without permission will be slain immediately. To the north, you can see a deep, dark subterranean lake. Fed by a spring under the stone, it has served to sustain Dharmon in times of siege. A narrow, natural bridge of stone extends north to an island on the water. On the island, you can see a huge creature, a foul, dark presence with glowing red eyes. It is the Shade. A narrow, natural bridge of stone extends north to an island on the water. On the island, you can see a stone platform surrounded by offerings of gold and gems. This must be where the Shade lurks when it is here. There are Dharmon guards ringing the island, keeping watch. When they see you, they draw their blades. They look ready to attack you if you continue to approach. One of them shouts, "None may approach the Shade except the guards! Stay back, or we will slay you!" Okay then, we'll stay away. Alright. What's this? There is a letter here addressed to someone named Tavernese in Dharmon. Looks like someone brought the letter here, gave up on the job, and tacked the letter on the board in disgust. You are free to take the letter if you want to try to deliver it. A consortium of miners wishes to try to revive the Daggerstone mine to the west of Dharmon. However, in the absence of humanoid control, a large creature has infested it with smaller hostile creatures. Lieber, proprietor of the mining supply store, is authorized to generously pay anyone who can cleanse a mind of the pests. There is a list on the board titled Current Needs. The list says pipe, clean towel, mortar and pestle, shackles, all needed in good condition. At the bottom of the list it says, please deliver to Goodwife Shaney at her shop northwest of Dharmon. Reward will be given. A note says, some valuable maps were left behind in the Blost barracks during the evacuation of the city. They should not be left there to fall into enemy hands. Any adventurer who recovers the maps should bring them to Captain Harum of Dharmon. The reward is considerable. Well, at the very least, we can deliver the note. You. Tavernese takes the letter. He looks annoyed. This is weeks late. Why wasn't it here sooner, curse you? He pays you for the message, but he isn't happy about it. Yes, I believe pen and ink was one of the things that we need. Let me just double check. Pipe, clean tower, mortar and pestle, and shackles. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, I think there's a towel over here, though. Yep, there's a towel. Not sure where we'll find the rest, but we'll find them eventually. Anything down here, I wonder? Yeah, mainly just the south exit. Alright. The Shrine of Divine Attainment. Ooh. The altar is surrounded by bowls so that pilgrims can leave offerings of coins, jewelry, or other valuable items. This shrine is immaculately clean and luxurious. The benches and altar are polished marble, and the carpet was brought from the surface. Everything conveys great comfort and wealth. The priestess is lovely too, in immaculate silken robes. Although she is getting old, she has clad herself in the finest beauty spells money can buy. When she sees you and the quality of your equipment, she swoops over to you. Welcome, pilgrim. I am Priestess Kyra of the Shrine of Divine Attainment. I see that you are a warrior struggling for the might of Avernum. For very reasonable donations, I can give you blessings and training to protect you from your travels. What is the Shrine of Divine Attainment? We are one of the fastest growing of faiths in the Empire, and rapidly expanding to Avernum too. Faster expanding even than the Anama. We believe in the power of the individual. All progress, all improvement comes from brave individuals like you, untethered, able to achieve their full potential. Who are the Anama? A cult of fools on the surface. They believe that magic is dangerous and its use should be abolished. They received many new members after Valorum was ravaged by plagues of magical monsters. Idiocy, plain and simple. Magic does far more good for our world than harm, and is one of the best ways for the individual to achieve greatness. That is arguable. What is full potential? Oh, it can be many things. Power, wealth, the happiness brought by power and wealth, and the more who achieve their potential through hard work, untethered, the better off the world is. Now, when you say untethered, what do you mean? There are many forces restraining individuals, the many laws of the Empire. Those who try to get us to waste our resources on the lazy, unwashed parasites we have termed the poor, and taxes, of course. We act to remove these restrictions. Of course, this sometimes means speaking out against the Empire. However, since so many members of the Empire belong to our faith, this is not often a problem. If you say so. Priestess Kyra smiles serenely. I am glad that you continue to favor me with your presence. If you ever require further assistance for a modest donation, I would be glad to help. Can you tell me anything about the Shade? Oh, it is a hostile and pleasant presence, to be sure, but it stays on its island. Our soldiers are guarding it so that nobody attacks it. We do not want to become like Blost, after all. We wish it was not there, but it is something we can live with. I would like your assistance. Of course. We teach spells and offer blessings to all who need them, for reasonable prices. In fact, for adventurers, I have a very special blessing. I can increase your fortitude and ability to withstand punishment permanently. This rare blessing is available for only 5,000 coins. Perhaps later. What spells can you teach? Ooh. Control foes. That's what I want. Enduring armor, I don't need it right now. But thank you very much. Okay, that's the cloakroom. Halls for people. Huh. This prayer book seems excessively devoted to prayers for improving one's business or luck at gambling. However, there is one ritual near the end that seems useful to your circumstances. It describes how to call down holy fire to damage an enemy, or someone who owes you money. Your skill with the spell Divine Fire increases. Well, that's a good thing. And with this, we get more gold coins. Sell, sell, and take. Not bad. Alright. That's the other way up. What is around here? You know what, let me take a look over here first. Excuse me. There's a Nephil sitting behind this desk, working. His leather armor bears a captain's insignia. He seems unusually calm for someone in Dharmon. He looks at you and smiles. Ah, I had heard that there was a new adventurer in town. I am pleased. I am Captain Avernum, commander of this garrison and protector of the mayor. As he speaks, you hear low, angry muttering from the soldiers sitting nearby. Hiram ignores it. How is your garrison doing? We are trying to keep order. It is difficult. There is much unrest, many troubles, a lot of anger which does not stay under control, a lot of violence. I command as best I can, but it is difficult. It could be worse, though. Why is there so much violence? The people here, they have been affected by anger. Infected. They are too quick to yell, too quick to fight. And not just the humans. The lizards, they are faster to bite, as hard as that may be to imagine. The sliths, they are affected more. And we Nephil, we are affected less, I think. It can be hard to tell. Well, you do seem quite calm. Why is it difficult for you to command? I am a Nephil. It is not good for non-humans in the town now. It is dangerous. There have been attacks, but this is my post, my duty, and I will not be driven from it by idiots. How could it be worse? We could be like Blosk to the north. They attacked the Shade. It burned the city. We learn from their lessons. Their fate colors all that happens here, and not always for the better. Is there anything else you wish to know? Unlike many, I welcome the assistance of outsiders. You notice one of the soldiers glaring angrily at the Nephil. Then she quickly looks away. Is there a lot of unrest in town? Yes, I am ashamed to say, and it has grown worse. There is a gang now, hidden. They call themselves the Dharmon Guard, and they are as if they are the true guard to Avernum, and we just the pretenders. They are led by one called Tyrol. What does the Dharmon Guard do? They attack those their diseased minds say should be attacked, outsiders and non-humans. I am sad to say some Nephilists have been attacked. It is hard for me to stay in this position, risky, but I have my duty and I will fulfill it. As Hiram talks, the soldiers constantly give him brief, hostile looks. The risk is probably not imagined. Where is Tyrol? Somewhere in the many winding tunnels of Dharmon. I do not know where. If I did, soon no more Tyrol. What if I got rid of Tyrol? Then you would be doing the peaceful people left in Avernum a huge favor. And I would see that you were rewarded. Though you understand, I am not authorized to specifically give the mission. I hope we understand each other. Where is the mayor? She is upstairs in her bunker. My soldiers keep outsiders and assassins from reaching her. She has chosen to keep herself apart. I will not question her wisdom. Can we talk about the Shade? Outsiders talking about the Shade is not something we welcome. There are only two things you need to know. Our Shade is not like the others in other cities. It does not wander or hunt. This is good for us. And our Shade is protected. I have placed archers to guard it. Do not approach it, or my archers will obey their orders and slay you. And if you slay them, you will have no friends here. Your Shade stays still. Yes, it does not wander. It does not hunt down those who deal with outsiders. It is content to stay still, infecting us with rage. Your guards will attack me. Yes, I am quite serious. I will not allow Dharmon to suffer the fate that befell Blosk. If you try to fight the Shade here, the whole city will rise up against you. Is the Shade always here? No. Sometimes it returns to the ruins of Blosk. Some thugs attacked me right in the middle of the city. Yes, I heard that. That is unfortunate. a result of the rage that Shade put in them. There is only so much I can do when the whole town goes mad, but I do offer on behalf of Dharmon my apologies. Well, very well then. Door locked. That one we can go into. Alright. Cell, take. Take. Alright. Well, let's see if we can find anything to the south here, then. Mostly a house. Looks like it's mainly houses over here. Oh! Pipe! That's one of the things we needed. Now we need a mortar and pestle and... what was it? Shackles. Mortar and pestle and shackles. Well, there's something over here. Huh. Interesting. You find the mayor of Dharmon. She is sitting in the secure meeting hall currently under construction, doing what could be most accurately described as hiding. When you enter, she leaps to her feet, furious. What are you doing here? You aren't from the Dharmon Guard, are you? If you are... Wait. You're just an adventurer, barging in where you aren't welcome as usual. I'm Mayor Coriana. State your business and get out. Sorry about that sound. What are you doing up here? I fail to see what business it is of yours, but I have decided to create a secure bunker here, shielded by the many feet of solid rock to provide security against current threats. What threats are those? Well, there is the Shade, of course. It is in town frequently, and the presence of the Shade has made my people unsettled, so it is good to have a place to retire to in case of unrest. Are you able to run the town properly from up here? The mayor suddenly leaps to her feet and begins to shout. What? What are you saying? Are you calling me a coward? Are you? Are you one of them? Get out of my sight and only come back when you can show me the respect I deserve. Okay. Mayor Coriana sits and stares coldly at you. Her clothes and sash are filthy. She must not have left the secure bunker for weeks. Who is the Dharmon Guard? Some secret group of private citizens, thugs, and criminals who question my proper leadership. They blame all of our problems on me and on the Sliths and Nephilim, and they are violent. Tyrol is their leader, and I am taking steps to deal with him. Would you like me to help you with them? What? No! Such direct action would only goad them into more violence. We must wait and plan, you fool! I'd like to know something about the Shade. What? No! I know what you want! You want to attack the Shade! You want my beautiful city to end up ruined and abandoned like Blosk! I suggest you leave this place, traveler. I am not going to let you bring us to ruin. I have come from the chieftain of Nass. He would like your help in stopping the attacks on the Sliths. Coriana stands up. So this is why you are here, to goad me into premature action? A battle against the Dharmon Guard with the Shade filling them with rage? You think that I have the time and influence to spare on behalf of Nass? Get out. I am not listening to supplicants today. Well, great. I suppose we may as well tell the Sliths of Nass about this. They're not going to be happy to hear about this. I spoke with the mayor of Dharmon. She refuses to act on your behalf. Glesfist nods sadly. Yes, so I thought. It is the Shade. It clouds our mind. While it is there, I think there will be no peace for us. But do not give up hope. Perhaps our mind can be changed. Perhaps if the Shade is gotten rid of. Or something. All that's left is the area in the north here. And you know what? This episode's gone on long enough. I think we'll work on clearing this out in the next episode, because it might take a bit. So that'll be in the next episode. Till then, I am Tresor44. That is Nova, Lear, and John, and Pyrrha. This has been an Avernum 4 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.